What's up? Um, Let me start by saying I hope your day been going good. First off, um, second off, I basically want to direct this message to whoever's watching that needs to hear this, and it's simply, you know, start to put the love on yourself. Okay. This is this video is gonna be basically I'm gonna be talking about. You know what I'm saying? So you already know if you're new here, and you know what I'm saying, I keep everything pretty much, I wanna say I be as transparent as I possibly can here. This is my safe space. Anybody else's that that comes here and sees these videos, this is a safe space for you as well. Just know that express yourself to a certain extent. Don't be out here being toxic and shit. I mean, you do what you do, but you know what I'm saying, you ain't conflicting with my energy, and I pretty much can already see through the type of shit that you on if you on that type of time. So but yeah, this type of topic I wanna bring forth today that I want to speak on is start putting the love on yourself. I think what a lot of beings go through in life, because I've been through it myself, and everything, like I say, in our life, because we are life, and everything that we go through is lessons. We go through lessons. So being that we go through lessons, you pick up from whatever the lesson is trying to teach upon you, and you learn from it. So I feel like love is a huge lesson for each and every one of us, that some people, gotta go through, some people end up failing the lesson and gotta repeat all over again. And it puts them in situation after situation after situation, which can also, come to a bad resolution and conflict that will have you tied into something that now you're gonna have to deal with because you didn't learn from the lesson that it was trying to teach you. And it's like, it's important for yourself, and not just you, because this is just something for myself as well. You know what I'm saying? This is something for me and anybody else that can relate, watching this. But when you start to love yourself, you can equally and better love someone else. You know what I'm saying? Because this was my issue a while back with my, when I was dealing with somebody before I became awakened, was that I didn't know how to love right. I didn't know how to love correctly, and I didn't know what it took to actually love somebody the way that they should be loved. And with anything, what happens when you come through, when you move from a lesson to lesson, you pick up what's being put down, whatever's being told and taught. You end up being able to graduate from that lesson and have growth upon yourself. So it's all about growth. It is about that. It's all about that. Everything in our life is all about growth. That's why the journey within is so important to a lot of people who awaken, is because you're going to be able to grow more and more as you go down your journey in life. You're going to have all sorts of, different avenues of growth upon yourself. That's going to be very, very detrimental for you to move forward with. So, and that's the one thing that can really get a person to, have themselves tied up into, you get tied up into a knot when you don't actually put the love on yourself like you should. When you're always going outside yourself to love others, And a lot of this is being seen in today's, in modern day external, that in the modern day external lookout. You know what I'm saying? It's being seen where some people are, not loving themselves correctly and loving themselves enough like they should. And with you watching me, somebody that's, either been awoke or, you're just waking up, it's very important that you push as much love upon yourself as you possibly can each and every day. And I know, like, most of these other lights that you might have come across and have told you this before and things like that, and spoke about how, self-love is something important to have, which it is. But understand that there's so many ways that you can go forth with loving yourself. Don't just tunnel yourself into only believing that the best way to love yourself is speaking, empowering words out out externally before you to, build that character of love. There's so many ways that you can love your motherfucking self, for real. There's so many motherfucking ways you can love yourself. But the one thing that's gonna help you grow and build really build good character of love is if you're definitely gonna have to spend more time alone with yourself. You're gonna have to get to know you all over again, because you never got to know you. This is like me. Like, I done been somebody alone all my life, but I was only alone the way I was because I was selfishly alone. I didn't want nobody in my life. I didn't care for nobody in my life. And really, to be frank, be honest with you, I was scared, all throughout my life. I was somebody who literally, I never pushed myself to try to love anybody like that anyway. I mean, it didn't have anything to do with me getting my feelings hurt or nothing like that. I just didn't really care for love. I didn't feel like it cared for me because I just didn't feel like I was adequate enough. And these are some terrible, terrible things to, for like looking back on it now. I feel kind of disgusted with my former self and how I thought like that. But I didn't have confidence at all. You know what I'm saying? Seeing that I was already somebody who was dabbling in masturbation, so that didn't help me. I definitely had a hard time speaking to women because of the shame that was held over me. So I wasn't able to, talk to a woman properly. I wasn't able to communicate or feel those interactional feelings for another female, for the opposite sex. It was hard for me because I was just like, man, if I get this girl, where is this gonna lead? I'm gonna clam up. I'm not gonna be able to just handle this, and I'm gonna flee. I'm gonna run away, because all I know and what I was most comfortable with was just being alone, being by myself, because I didn't have to answer to nobody. I didn't have to try to amuse anybody. I didn't have to go out my way for somebody. So it was very important that when I woke up, having back that alone time to myself, to reflect more and more, to just know how important it truly is to just know yourself and love yourself. You have to put the love on you first before you can love somebody else. Because then when you love yourself and you know yourself, and that character of love is built, then you start to build boundaries. Then you start to say to yourself, you know what? I'm ready to love, but I want to love with the right person, though. I don't want to push myself into loving with somebody that I'm just gonna fucking be forcing myself into a situation that ain't gonna be good for me, and I'm gonna be like, how? Then it's gonna feel like, how do I handle this? I mean, this is just something that I don't want to deal with. And I feel like a lot of people, right? I feel like a lot of people push themselves into, force themselves in relationships. This is why this fabricated matrix, they don't, you know what I'm saying? In a way, they want to rid the planet they want to rid the planet of as much as us as they possibly can, because of the birthing cycle. There's so many people here on planet. There's so many people here that they're trying to get rid of us. But you know what I'm saying? At the same time, they're also pushing forth with all of this lust, all of this sexual stimulant and stimulation that they keep pushing upon the collective. Unconsciously, everybody on this unconscious realm, people just fuck, and you know what I'm saying, and don't think nothing of it. And the government, they go out their way to fucking, you know what I'm saying, make sure that certain households are taken care of with supportive aid. But what was taking place is that a lot of people are not able to align their chakras right because of so much lust, because of so much sex going on, because of so much fucking going on. And it's like, how the hell is anybody to really be able to find get that tranquility, that stimulation of tranquility from within, when they're always giving their seed up, they're always giving themselves up? And then niggas run to the pussy, females run to the dick, and it's like back and forth, where nobody can literally no one can pause and remain from falling into temptation, chasing after this person, chasing after that person. It's like everybody wants to feel love and everybody wants to have love of their own, but then when they get it, people don't even know how to really act right, because all they really seeing is how they want this person. They want this person physically, but they don't go out, they don't know what it takes to keep this person mentally and spiritually. You only want them physically. You want him because, oh, he got a nice look, he got this on him. And then when it gets to the point of y'all actually having sex, then you like him for that. Oh, he blowing my back out, or she putting it on him, she got that gushy. So it's like, that's what gets tied up in there. Now y'all done got ties with each other, but y'all don't even really know each other like that. Then when it barrels down to lines being crossed, like a portal getting opened, because there's so many portals being opened forcefully, and souls are coming and incarnating into this, incarnating and visiting down here to earth, that right there also plays more of a damaging effect between the two beings that made it. Because now this person is not ready to step up to the plate and be a guardian to that soul that's about to come down here. Because all you did was just unconsciously say, hey, I'm fucking. But with power comes great responsibility, man. We as men, this ain't just what we carry in between our legs, is just not something for pleasure, bro. This thing, we are the shaft. We carry the shaft of life, the seed. And it's so, that's what's very, very, you know what I'm saying, that's major upon our end, and why we have to refrain from just using it so willy-nilly. Because when you have love for yourself, when you have restraint, when you're able to use both energies of play, your masculine and your feminine. Because see, with masculine, most niggas are too masculine. That's what drives your sex drive. That's what pushes you to want to always fuck all the time. All that masculine energy, that masculine testosterone. You just want to, you know what I'm saying? You just want to grab something. You want to hold something. You know? And really, no, I think I had that, I said that wrong, excuse me. Your masculine energy is what sees what it wants, excuse me. But the feminine energy, which is what you don't see, but it's the energy that feels for all of, you know, what you feel sensitively. So being that as your masculine energy, you wanna, you know what I'm saying, you want her. You wanna go after what you see. Your feminine energy wants to feel, but it also can be what restrains you from always going forth with what you want. Men want love, men want compassion, men want, you know what I'm saying, we also want to be admired, be liked. We like that. We like to be attended to. That's the feminine energy in men. A lot of men don't play to that. But we also want that as well. But with your feminine energy, your feminine side of yourself as a man, as a masculine man, can also, that feminine energy is what restraints, what is more logic, what stays in place. Isn't what it is, it's what doesn't see. It allows you to be invisible to what you want, to the masculine energy doing and going after, and what can see. When you allow yourself to not see nothing, that allows you to be able to just stay still, not to, you know, be so rambunctious and speedy in your approach. You're able to just like think more clear, think logical before you make certain actions. This is why women are they're like the smartest creatures on this motherfucking earth. They really are, because they embody all of that feminine energy. This is why this world will be nothing without your queen. And I can't, that video coming soon too, because it's like, it's a lot of bullshit going on right now, bro. The bitch ass force, they working hard, bro. They working hard to do everything to destroy the principles, man, of the masculine and feminine. We ain't gonna go too much into that though, but yeah. I'm saying, start loving yourself. If you had somebody that you was dealing with when you was before you awoken, you seen how it probably ain't the same no more. This person that you probably dealing with, or you probably not dealing with no more, because you seen how y'all had y'all were totally different. After, you know, when you become awake, you start to see people's true colors. You know, especially if she was somebody when you woke up and she wasn't trying to wake up herself. She wasn't trying to come out of that slumber with you. And she started questioning, you know, looking at you different, maybe looking at you strange. This goes for you as well. You know, if you had a nigga and he was looking at you strange, he saw you as somebody like, what the fuck? What's going on with you? You talking crazy. This is what happens. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying, this person not knowing who you are anymore. It's just all a part of the process. It's all a part of a lesson being taught. You have to understand that, you know, that we are all meant to meet our soulmates. Some people are just lessons in our life. Some people are just stepping stones. You come awake to then now put that love on yourself, to then wait at the altar for your soulmate. You can't literally be the person that you was with this person when you was asleep. So it may seem like, oh damn, this seems like very harsh, that, you know, I don't even notice, like it may seem like it look harsh because, you know what I'm saying, they ain't nothing like you anymore. And seeing that, who knows, they may their time to wake up maybe in a couple of months. Maybe maybe it may be close to the end of the year. They may fuck around and find you again. They might have been your soulmate, but it just wasn't at the time. They didn't wake up yet. But then if it's meant to be, like if it's meant to be, it will be. But if it's not, then you have to see that it's gotta move on. Gotta put that love my way. I gotta put that love on me. I can't think about what isn't anymore. And I feel like that's a falling loop that we all go into, is that we always keep our subconscious plays a very heavy, sometimes snapshots, memories that are flushed to our subconscious can literally hold us back from transforming, because of you always thinking and, you know, being stuck on somebody. And there is, you know, you got the tide, you didn't deal with this person, they got a you know, they got a connectual link with you, or connectual tie to you. They're tied to you, and you know what I'm saying, because of all of the, you know, because how y'all were in each other's worlds at the time. But with any tie, with anything that's tied to you, you can always cut it. It's all about, you got to put that inner work in though. And for most people who ain't really been alone all throughout their life, they was in relationship after relationship, it'd be tougher for those people. For me, luckily, I only had, you know what I'm saying, I dealt with one person in my life. But she was, it was one person, but it was like, I feel like it was like 5 relationships in one. You get what I'm saying? If you understand what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying. Like I had one girl in my life, but it felt like 5 relationships. Like I got everything out that lesson that needed to be learned to push me forth down my journey, to like be able to get a game to somebody else, be able to tell somebody else my truth, what happened with me and my past relationship. And everybody has, you know what I'm saying, game to give. This is why we all are sort of like, we're subjects to one another. That person over there, that person may be, you know what I'm saying, the subject of how to grow your business. This person may be the subject of how to, you know, how to make $1. The subject of hustling. Everybody's been through enough in their life to be able to relay it back to somebody else as a way to embetter you, you know, in your life through a means of telling what they went through. So, yeah, man, it's just like, I don't want you or anybody else that happens to come across this video to feel as though like you need to like see out to others and not yourself first. Like, you ain't gotta be no people pleaser. That's the one thing about when you wake up, is to like cut that out as much as you possibly can. Cut that back as much as you possibly can. Like, don't be a people pleaser. Don't do anything that your higher self don't want you to do. Okay? We done enough people pleasing when we were asleep. And the reason why we did that was because, again, fear. People pleased, because I did it sometimes in my life here. People did it because they just didn't know how to tell a motherfucker no. They didn't know how to tell a motherfucker, oh, I can't do that. Or, you want me to do that, and how am I gonna get that done? You had to damn near, give an arm and a leg just for a motherfucker. And they didn't really get nothing in return. Just did it because, you wanted to always see the other person happy. It's times like this right now that it's so important to everybody that's waking up to like start to love themselves. Start to love yourself, bro. You ain't got no time to be crying, no time to be emotional. It's a great time for each and every one of us. I mean, who wouldn't want to be in this time right now to like get to know all about yourself that you didn't know? Because your whole life was a lie. And oh man, the truth of your life, mine and everybody else's, will piss you off first when you know that, damn, I've been living a whole fucking lie. I didn't even get to live my life in the way that it was told for me to live. But now you get to learn it. Now you get to fucking go through life, graduate from all the lessons that you didn't learn when you was asleep, and start to put them into action. Like, start to be as, start to be highly aware, more highly aware. Just give yourself more time. Shit, hell, I know myself, I got to give myself more time. Because we only, we only here for, as long as we're only here temporarily. And during this temporary stay, it's not for me or anybody else to just be caught up on, going outside, the love for myself or yourself. For real. So just take that into account, and take this advice and use it any way you possibly can, because you're gonna have to stay looking out for yourself, stay loving yourself, because you all you got. Like I always say, I'm all I got. But it ain't all bad, because you're not, when you do start to like love yourself all the way through, when you whole and that self-love is there, like, you literally become, the clock stopped ticking. It literally goes away as far as that other person that's supposed to be there. You just going through life, strolling, loving the hell out yourself. You strolling, and out of nowhere, somebody just strolls right into your love bubble, and you didn't even see it happen. You ain't even been checking for it. You ain't been looking for it, but you've been loving you so much, your soulmate then pulled up on you. And that's how it's going to be for me and a lot of other people who out here on this love journey. Everybody that's going through their journey, and they in that point, and they're at that point of their love journey, that they just, healing, and they putting that love towards themselves, everybody gonna just have their soulmate just stroll up, just, you know what I'm saying, gonna have them swerve up on them. And it's just gonna happen like when it's meant to happen. Because nothing happens out of the ordinary. And nothing happens, you know, there's no coincidences. So, keep taking care of yourself, man. Alright? Or woman, keep taking care of yourself. Love yourself. Always. Alright? I'm out.